Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Graham. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today this is the first episode of one of my stories. Storytelling, I'm gonna be telling stories about my childhood and what happened to me when I was little. And yeah, stuff like that. Quick little announcement too. I have been posting stuff once or twice a week. No, just kidding. I have been posting stuff 10 times a week. 10 times in 1 week I've been posting stuff. 10 videos a week. And I've been posting like a lot. Like when I first started my YouTube channel back up in July, I was only doing videos once a week. 1 time a week. But recently I've been doing videos like 10 times a week. And it's gonna calm down a little bit. I gotta focus more on school and other stuff. So, yeah, just be aware of that. And yeah. So, but on with the story. So, today's story is gonna be about a disease worse than coronavirus. As you can tell from the title, a disease worse than coronavirus. And it really was. It was a disease worse than coronavirus. Because, in my opinion, like, the struggles I had to go through, it was just horrible. It happened earlier this year. I think it happened, like, in August 2020. So, about 2 months ago, actually. So anyway, here's the story. A disease worse than coronavirus is going to be today's story. So, it was August 2020, and my whole family, like my cousins and aunts and uncles, and grandma and grandpa, and not just my mom and dad and sisters, the whole family went to Upper Peninsula, Michigan. I know that's state up north, right? But anyway, we went to Upper Peninsula, like where the lake is, and there were all these cabins that people were staying in, and we were staying in some cabins by the lake, and it was a really fun vacation too. It was a really fun vacation. Like, we were swimming and boating and kayaking and tubing and eating and talking and having fun with each other and playing and stuff. It was just a grand old time there. There wasn't any internet, but other than that, perfect. Honestly, the most glorious time. And we sang by the campfire because my Uncle Jordan, he plays guitar, so he brought his guitar with him. He recently had a new album that just came out. It's called Summer of the Sad Boy. You can go stream it on Spotify. And he's also on YouTube. He doesn't really post anything anymore, but he's got few videos that he made on YouTube, so go check those out too. Jordan Conning, that's what his name is. Anyway, so it was just a fun time. But like in Michigan on Sunday. Well, Saturday night, but then we got there on Saturday night, late in the night. And then Monday was fine, and then by Tuesday, and then Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday, my mom started noticing this. Everyone started noticing everyone who's around we started noticing this little, dot, little sore. It wasn't very big. It was, maybe the size of a guitar pick. Maybe smaller. Anyway, so it was on her cheek, and we were like, it's fine. It's an overreactive mosquito bite. You know what? It's fine. It's nothing. So anyway, we were there for about a week. We left on Friday, and we got there on Saturday. So we drove for half of the day on Friday, and then stayed at a hotel on Friday night, and then we drove the rest of the day on Saturday, which wasn't very long. To get to Upper Peninsula was about 9 hours. And we drove, and it's almost in Canada even. It's Upper Michigan, almost to Canada. So it would have taken 9 hours to get there. So we drove halfway. The first time, we drove the whole way. Yeah. Anyway, so By the time we got home, Evie had like a few more, and like on her forehead and on her cheeks and in her belly area. I'm not gonna say where else she got them because that's a little inappropriate. And by this time, I noticed I had a lot of mosquito bites because we were out by the fire a lot and it was warm. Mosquitoes like warmness, I think. No, they don't like warm. They don't like mild weather, warm weather. But they just like humans, and they sucked my blood like crazy. Anyway, so they came and they sucked. They gave me a bunch of bites, and I was like picking them, trying to get rid of them, but that was so stupid of me. And I remember like sitting in church that day, blood stains all over my legs, and I remember having it. One started bleeding again, and I had to go to wash it down. You know, like, and yeah, and then those bloody mosquito bites turned into sores. And by this time, Amelia had also developed some sores on her face. Well, not on her face, really. Like, maybe, I don't know where they all got, but I remember on Sunday she had one under her armpit. And so by Tuesday, or Monday, Mom took Evie to the doctor on Monday. And the doctor gave her some gel to use. And I had these sores. I had some sores on my legs and some on there was some on my arms. It wasn't very bad at this point, but Amelia also had some under her chin, too. Yeah. Anyway, so the week after Michigan, we took a trip to Lake Norris in Tennessee, and that was not very fun at all. I mean, it was fun. It was definitely fun, but the rules that I had to follow by were not fun at all. Like, I had to stay away from people. I couldn't, and there was a baby there, and I'm kind of a suck up for babies, so that was very hard. Well, he's not really a baby, he's a toddler, but, you know. But, so, yeah, I had only sit in one specific chair, and things were being cleaned after I had used them, and you know, it's like, it was just bad, and I wasn't allowed to be on the same boat. I mean, I wasn't allowed to be on the other. Our friends also went there, and I wasn't allowed to be on their boat, so, and I couldn't really do anything with I had to wear pants and long sleeve shirts the whole time, and I was in the cabin. Like, it was not fun. The rules and regulations were not very fun at all. Anyway, so once I got home from Norris, it was bad. My mom also, by the time I got home from Norris, the week after Norris, the second week of this whole thing, of me having it, was, by this time, Evie had them all over their face, and it looked, all these tiny sores on her face, and it looked like chicken pox. Oh, wait, no, actually, by the time I got home from Norris, Evie had healed. There was almost nothing left. Like, it was perfect. Amelia, on the other hand, was like, had all these sores on her, under her chin, and some on her face, and Mom had been, and by this time, Mom had also got, like, all these gels, all these medicines, and, like, whatever, and I remember Mom kept saying, no matter how bad this got, no matter how deep we were into this, she wasn't going to go to antibiotics. And, you know, and we never did go to antibiotics. It never did get that bad, but it did get pretty bad. But it was so bad I didn't get to go to my first week of school. But I'll get to that in a minute. So the second week that I had it, and the third week for all of us having it was so by this time there was, oh, by the way, there, like, where this, on my foot, like, on the one side of my foot, there was this huge sore. That's probably where I had it the worst. Oh, also on my, it's hard to explain, but, like, on my leg, near my butt, there was like this huge one, and there was this huge sore, and there were so many scabs around it. Yeah. Those were my worst ones. Those were my worst sores. By this time, Mom had all these creams and gels sitting on the kitchen counter. Like, if you walked into our house during the time that we were in this phase, you would have thought that our kitchen was a medicine cabinet. No joke. And Mom had all these Band-Aids as well. And, like, I don't even remember how many Band-Aids how many types and brands of Band-Aids I had on me during this time. Like, there was like bandage wrapping and stuff, and big bandages and little bandages and like small bandages, and it was not fun time. So I went to school on Wednesday, and by the second week that I had, there was this little small bump on my lip, but it wasn't really anything. And then I went to school Wednesday, but then by this time, there had been something in my eye. There had been an infection in my eye, like this eye right here. There had been an infection in there, and so Mom said, we're not going to let him go to school on Friday, because on Friday, I wasn't going to go to school anyway. On Wednesday, I went to school. On Thursday, I didn't, because there was a day off, because they wanted people to get used to it. Like, people coming to school one day, and then people coming to school the other day, like a COVID thing. They just wanted to get us to get used to that. But then on Tuesday, everyone went to school. But I didn't go to school, because I had to go to the doctor's. And, so anyway, I didn't go to school on Friday that week. But then, by the time the third week came, which was Tuesday, I went to the doctor's, and for the second time, I went to the doctor's. The first time I went to the doctor's was the Tuesday before Wednesday. Wednesday was the first day of school for me. And then, by that time, I did not want to not go to school. But I got through my first week of not being at school, and I would have taken that week. I would want that week again anytime soon. So then, after I skipped that week of school, then I went to my second week of school, but Monday there was no school because of Labor Day. And, and yeah, it was just, I'd say that I was with that disease for about 1, 2, 3. I'd say I was in that for about 3 weeks. And by the time I went back to school, there was like scars. But yeah, that was not fun to live through, and I was like, I'd do anything just to get rid of this thing. Because I had to stay home from school, and the doctor said I couldn't go back to school, and I was upset. I had to do a bunch of schoolwork at home, and I was like, it'd be awkward if I missed my first week of school. Like, if I missed my first, like, I would have wanted to miss school. At this point. I mean, I didn't have school today, but I can't wait to go back tomorrow because other reasons. But yeah, that was not, like I said, worse than coronavirus. We didn't even find out what it was. We thought it was like Impetigo, hand, foot, and mouth. It wasn't the chicken pox. Like, I don't even know what we assumed that it was. It was just weird. But anyway, that's going to conclude. So after that, nothing else happened, you know? I'm kind of actually bored now that I don't have anything to worry about. Well, I do, but not serious worry. Anyway, that's going to conclude today's story. I hope you guys really enjoyed that video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.